When it comes to manifesting, at the end of the day, it's all about believing in yourself. Have you ever felt like you're manifesting something and it never seems to work? You're setting your intentions, you're visualizing, actually doing everything. I know how you feel because it's frustrating, especially if it's something that you care so much about and it just doesn't seem to work. Well, there may be a few reasons why. Number one is because of attachment. This normally happens when you get overly obsessed with an outcome. Let's say you're trying to manifest your ex back into your life. If you're literally fixating on it 24/7, it's the only thing you ever think about. You're sat on your sofa, you're not leaving your house, you're upset because you've just been broken up with, and you're doing your absolute everything to manifest them back. Actual chances of them coming back is that it's just not going to happen. I feel like when we're in this state, you're looking at every single sign, you're looking at every single registration plate that has an angel number in, and really looking into the meaning. You're absolutely addicted to your tarot cards, and you're like, what's happening, what's happening, what's happening? And I feel like the more you fixate on this, and the more you get wound up in actually manifesting this one particular person, it's not going to happen. It's like the universe is like, dude, chill. You're literally obsessed. Like, calm. I'm not giving it to you because, like, this is unhealthy right now. So, first off is detaching yourself from being attached to what you want to manifest. So, when you're trying to manifest something, you want to manifest from a position of abundance. You don't want to manifest anything from a position of lacking. At the end of the day, law of attraction responds to your energy. So when you're trying to manifest, I don't know, let's say £1,000, you don't want to sit there and be manifesting from the intention of, I need this, I want this, because then it gives off the impression that the universe is like, you don't really want it because you feel like you don't deserve it. You need to be manifesting from a position, I have £1,000, I am deserving, I am worthy, I do have this. So if you're wanting to manifest this, you need to act in your life as though you already have it. So let's say you're trying to manifest this particular person. If you're manifesting from a position of lack, you're going to be miserable, you're not going to be doing anything, you're literally just going to end up in a tiny little rut and not getting anywhere. But if you're manifesting from the position that you already have this person in your life, you're going to be happy, you're going to be living your best life, you're going to be doing whatever the hell you want, because you already have this thing. You already have this person in your life. And this is where you need to shift from attachment to alignment. This is where you need to detach yourself from the outcome. Act as though it is already yours. Because if it was already yours, you wouldn't be worrying about it. You wouldn't care because you literally already have it. You don't need to fixate on how it will happen. You just know that it will, at some point when the timing is right, it will happen. The next thing when it comes to detaching from the outcome is focus on the feeling that you know you will receive once you get it. Manifesting isn't just about getting what you want, it's about why you want it. So do you want to manifest your ex back because in your head he, she, them made you feel loved, they made you feel wanted, they made you feel safe? Maybe it's not actually your ex that you want back, it's just those feelings. And who's to say you can't get those feelings from anyone else? Who's to say you'll find the universe might send someone even better that will make you feel even more loved, even more seen, even more safe than your ex did? You won't be open to receiving these people, these manifestations. So if you've got such tunnel vision on this one person, you just won't see it. You'll be blindsided by it. So if you're trying to manifest love or your ex back, start embodying how you want to feel. So if you want to feel safe, make sure you're making yourself feel safe. Or if you want to feel loved, make sure you're loving yourself even more than the person you want to love you could ever. And based on these feelings, you will then take inspired action to work towards your manifestation. If you're wanting to manifest the love of your life, but you're just sat on your sofa watching Netflix 24/7, the likelihood of the person you want knocking on your door and being like, I'm here, is literally next to zero. So there's no point sitting on the sofa and crying about it. If you want to manifest a particular person, let's say they love yoga, go to yoga. Like, it just makes complete and utter sense. You're not going to find a yoga hot steamy boyfriend if you're just sat in your pajamas feeling like shit watching Netflix. They are not going to come knocking on your door because you haven't got the right energy. You need to match their energies. So if you're looking for a high value person, you need to be high value too. You can't just sit there and rot in yourself, because it's not good for you. And then the final way to detach from your attachment to this outcome is not to worry about the timeline. Have faith in yourself that it is just going to happen when the time is right. At the end of the day, if you're trying to manifest the love of your life, you don't want them coming at the wrong time, because what's the bet? It then won't work. So letting go and fixating on when will be the key to making things come quicker. The more you sit and wait for things, the longer time feels. So I know that you may be fixating on it and you might be desperate about it. There's nothing wrong with that. You can still sit there and accept those feelings, but sitting down and actually doing nothing about it will not speed time up. So you might as well go do something that you love. You might as well go to that yoga class. Okay, an example. Personal example. I'm just like you guys. I don't want to say I broke up with him because it wasn't my decision. I ended a relationship with someone who I thought was my complete and utter dream person. I thought they were everything. Low-key, they kind of weren't, but I had my rose-tinted glasses on. I didn't know. And for like months after that, in my head, I was like, I'm manifesting this person back. They have no choice, but they will come back to me. This, and this. I literally tired myself out, both emotionally and physically. Physically sounds like I was stalking them. I wasn't. I didn't care that much. But I was so fixated on wanting them back, I stopped all other opportunities of looking at, say, like other people, dating other people and everything, because I was obsessed on this person and it felt like I was literally getting nowhere. But it wasn't until I sat down and I was like, you know what? I'm exhausted. I don't want to do this anymore. If he comes back, he comes back. And he will come back if it's meant to be. If it's not meant to be, he will not come back. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to start focusing on myself. I actually let it all go. And when it came to it, I didn't want that person back. I had grown. I had spent so much time within myself and spent so much time loving myself. The energy that I was trying to put into them, I put into myself. And it got to the point where I was like, if they do come back, I ain't gonna want them anyway. They were a piece of shit. And I don't know why I was crying over this person every single day. Like, don't get me wrong, I was hearing and seeing things all the time. That person was in the gym all the time, so it made it so much harder. But I just let it go. And as soon as I let it go, I felt like I was starting to live life again. Because they were in my form from 7 to 11. You know who you are. Please don't laugh at me while I'm watching this. Yeah, I'm not going to boost your ego too much. I literally knew them from form 7 to 11, years 7 to 11 at school. And never in my wildest dreams did I think that would end up happening. Ever. Mind you, the guy who I was seeing before was also in my form. Talk about shit where you eat, right? Don't shit where you eat. But never in my wildest dreams did I think this person will be so aligned with me, like, at all. I'll be honest, looking at this person and the person I was with before, like, this person trumps this person every single time. Like, within that time, I've learned a lot about toxic relationships. I well and truly was in a toxic relationship and I had my rose-tinted glasses on that were just completely pink, because I was like, yeah, it's fine, treat like my shit. they're treating me like shit, I don't care, they still love me, it's fine. But the thing is, if you're trying to manifest your ex back, you're probably fixating on the good things. You're probably fixating on all the happiness and all the love and everything that you thought that they gave you. But when you break that time away from that person and from those thoughts and feelings, you might realize that they're kind of crap. I don't want anything to do with them. So it's not until you start putting the energy that you want to receive into yourself. So if you're asking the universe that you want to live a rich and abundant and wealthy life, start living as though you have that. Start living as though you already have that energy. And then you come in from a place of abundance. Yes, you might not have $1 million in your bank account. And yes, you might not be able to spend as though you're living as though you have $1 million in your bank account. But say if you want to buy at some point a Hellcat Dodge Challenger, which I would like at some point, the car you're driving now, pretend it is that Dodge. Like, literally that. I think I watched a YouTube video. Who was it? I can't remember who it was now. But they were saying that their dad used to sit there and drive his car pretending it was a Porsche. Like, he was like, one day I will get a Porsche. So he pretended his car, his little shitbox, was a Porsche. And then eventually, at some point when the timing was right, he was sat in an actual Porsche, not in his little shitbox. So it's embodying your manifestations is what will, one, detach you from the attachment because you already know it's yours. And it will also take the stress and the fixation off because you know it will come to you within divine timing. And when you start acting like this is when the universe will bring your manifestations to you. So if you're trying to manifest this person back, let it go, let them go, live your whole entire life as though they're already in it, because if they were already in it, you'd be happy and all this sort of stuff. Start living it as though you're already happy and start being your best and highest self. Then that person is going to feel a lot more attracted towards you and be like, oh shit, they're living amazingly. So they're more than likely to come back and reach out to you than if you were to sit down and they see that you're reposting sad, miserable tweets that are indirectly about them all the time. They're not going to want that. They're not going to want that energy. So don't give them that energy. The next way you can speed up your manifestations, like I do on a regular basis, is witchcraft. I know, might send some alarm bells, but there is nothing bad in witchcraft at all, if you do it right. So let's say you're trying to manifest your money. Yes, you're going and working towards those goals whilst manifesting it, but why not do a little money ritual every single day or every week to help speed up that process? Because then your intentions are solidified and you are continuously working towards them, but you know, because you've done this spell, that they are working in the background. Then you're going to be a lot less fixated on trying to manifest this money. There's a multitude of different ways you can do it. I post an abundant amount of money witchcraft tutorials on my Instagram, but let's say if there is something you're looking forward to do now, such as adding cinnamon to morning coffee, as cinnamon represents wealth and abundance, just sprinkle in, and as you're mixing it, think of your intentions, and as you're sipping on it, also think of your intentions. You could maybe light a tea light. It literally just has to be a tea light every single evening, or on, I don't know, let's say every Wednesday evening at like 7 p.m, because sevens relate to money and abundance. You can light a tea light and focus on your intentions, because then you know you're working towards it. You could do the same if you're trying to reconnect with someone, for saying like bring your ex back. You could write a tea light for them and for you, and the intentions are that you're happy and healthy together. If it's meant to be, just leave it on there and then just get on with the rest of your day or the rest of your evening. You need to just send the message to the universe and be like, hey, I want this, this and this. I'm going to carry on with the rest of my life, living the best life as it is, but please bring it to me as and when you're ready. And then just know that it is already yours. It's just going to come within the right time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to.